Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's day 31. Make your foundation of faith strong and remain constantly fearless and carefree. Today's topic: those whose intellects have faith are victorious. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. What should we keep in our intellect? Faith or victory? Faith. What about victory? Both. Where there is faith, there is victory. But also today, very powerful point is about company of Baba. What is the faith? That Baba is with me. Because faith also has to be about something now. So faith is that Baba is my companion. So the storm will become a gift. And I always say that gift becomes a lift. It takes you higher and higher. So Baba said those whose intellects have the faith are victorious. Baba says that whenever any adverse situation comes in front of you, make Father your companion. Baba साथ है, Baba साथ है. Huh? Baba is with me, Baba is with me. And Baba said, then you will experience not being alone. Baba says, at that some special power is with you. When you have Baba with you, you will feel a special power with you. No matter how many storms come. So Baba says, those storms become gift. It becomes tofa means the gift for you. Father is present with you, so become a victorious soul and celebrate the year of victory with the awareness of your title. And title is those whose intellects have faith are victorious. So that is our title. When we listen what Baba says, it's not just listening, but when we listen from with not only total concentration, but love for Baba, faith in Baba, then this morning I was remembering that dadis, they had so much faith in Baba. Whatever Baba said, they did it. And because of that, they always had Baba's company. Anytime you say, Almighty Baba is with me, Baba is with me, Jyoti Bindu is with me. These were their words. So the external situations which they were in, many adverse situations. You can't see any effect of situation, but you can feel a special power is with them. And that is what will do a lot of service in the end. When there are adverse situations, these Baba's children are always stable, they are happy, they are blossomed, they're not scared. So our response to the situation is completely different than Lokik people, right? Our uh, cheerful face, our confidence in victory, all these definitely do lot of service. So again, just remind yourself there is victory in faith. Have faith and company of Baba. Faith and company both. Right? Very important. Oh,
Om Shanti. Good morning, Didi.
good morning. Good morning.
So it's lovely to just be in your presence. And as I was listening to you, I had this thought that when we talk about faith, as you mentioned, that is it faith first or victory first? And I was just thinking of an image that when we're constructing a building or when we're doing some renovations, most of the time we have to break things up first. And then from there, the new thing comes out. And I was looking at the situation currently where it looks like everything is falling apart. But in a way, there's some major construction happening. I was wondering if Didi can share with us what are the thoughts or the qualities that we should hold very firm in ourselves, that even though the external is so volatile, so unpredictable, that we are so fixed on what we're busy renovating and constructing, that actually our focus is away from the mess, but that the creation is actually more in our awareness. What would you say are the main things we need to focus on?
Because whatever we are doing, the awareness should be Baba's task. It's not my task. But what I need is to have faith in Baba. And also, Baba is the one who is Karan Karamanhar. That means, as much there is remembrance, the vibration of those remembrance will bring lot of cooperation. Cooperation through body, through wealth, in whatever way. So, constructive, creative, and it's like automatically our remembrance of Baba in any relationship with any virtue spread the vibrations so that the souls are invoked to be cooperative. Even the elements, if it's too much rain, and because of that we are not able to do, because of too much heat, just keep remembering Baba. Even the elements will change and they will become favorable and you will be able to accomplish the task. So, but faith in practice, right? Not only just have faith, but faith is that Baba will do it. Baba is there. Baba is my companion. So no, some just have faith, but they don't apply that. They don't use that power. And they keep saying, oh, I had so much faith. It didn't work. If really you have faith, it will definitely work. Victory is definitely there. But I like the two words in that revision of Murli is that devotees, what they do, and children, what they do. Even children, Baba said that they sing the weaknesses
Mm.
and we sing our fortune.
Mm.
We sing our fortune. So these are the points also, not only remembrance of Baba, but what should I be doing to keep my stage okay at that time?
Mm.
And now think if things not working and you start saying how fortunate I am, it might look little funny that things are not working and I am saying everything is very good. But because you are invoking what has to happen, no? So
Mm.
your thoughts are also invoking victory, invoking resources, invoking the cooperation, and the souls feel it and they come forward to help. Right?
Mm. I was just thinking when the situation happened in where souls had to come back to Madhuban, and the warm invitation from everyone, especially from Didi and the seniors, was that you're welcome home. This is your place. And physically, yes, there were a lot of difficulties in terms of where people would stay, and everything would have been a big challenge. But it was so good to see how everything moved so smoothly because that initial welcome and also the faith that, Baba will sort it out. So, Didi, one thing I wanted to share is that people normally, they don't want to be very loving to each other because they think you'll take advantage of me. So they say people don't wear their heart on their sleeve. But my experience with you is that when you receive people, it's like your heart is open. So, what are the things that you obviously practice within yourself that people feel very open to come to you, but there's a fine line where they don't cross the line to take advantage? Because I can see very clearly how you have that self mastery, but it doesn't come across as an authority. You really have that vibration that you are our mother, you're caring for us, but I also feel that nobody will take advantage of you. So, what is your
Mm.
practice that keeps that very clear balance?
You know, if we have experienced Baba's love, and it was Baba's love that we renounced the world, we got free from desires, we feel, powerful. So what I receive from Baba, I have to share same. It's not I love everyone, but they are souls. They are Baba's children and they are my family. So the way Baba accepted, loved, same way what I have to do with others. But there, if you look at someone's sanskars and then, but instead of all that, what soul wants at this time? I'm not going to help you because you are like this or you did like that. No. At this time, soul needs a lot of sympathy, welcome, and offering of help, cooperation. So whatever are the needs of the soul, that time we need to fulfill that need. And when we do it, definitely the feeling of belonging, closeness, acceptance, everything is experienced. And I know that when we heard that Lotus House in Ahmedabad is full, ORC has a lot of people, Gyan Sarovar actually also was full. But one thing everyone said, let them stay as long they want. Feed them properly, take care of properly. And also somewhat difficult situation like they couldn't buy tickets and all that. So everyone helped and shared, and so definitely that's what Baba does to us, and then we give to others also.
Mm. I feel that kind of generosity and openness is like the true feeling of family. and not to actually make the heart small in any way, because even for the time that we stayed extra, I'm talking about myself, it actually became a feeling that I need to use this time even more effectively. So I was thinking that the opportunity created for me an opportunity to progress. um, but Didi, there's one other thing I was thinking, that, when we look at the different situations at this time, they are definitely escalating. And instead of creating this feeling that it's getting worse, I was thinking, what are the powerful, like, we can have awareness for ourselves that I'm a victorious soul, I'm a powerful soul. But what are the visions that we need to have for the souls of the world that are at the moment in positions where they not making the right decisions, or they are influenced? Because instead of, like you say, we listen to the news and we start having waste thoughts, but what are the powerful thoughts that we can collectively give these souls? Because they are instruments in helping the task progress. So some thoughts that we can consciously generate to give these souls.
I think that our thoughts, our words, and our presence, everything should help and should serve. Thoughts are not visible, but vibrations, of sympathy, of support, of belonging. So the lot of vibrations of these qualities, definitely. And then also, blessings even through the words. But in whatever way, practically we can also support, we should support. Even like uh, all of us have, we make arrangements for ourselves. But I always tell people that if your neighbor is hungry, you can't keep eating, right? Oh,
Mm,
I have Brahma Bhojan, I don't worry about my neighbor. If you are cooking, then you will share with your neighbor also, no? So it's just, as you said, generosity of heart. And we should remember that the way we treat people, same way we will be treated too. I
mm,
remember there was one soul, she kind of never helped others. So one time she really needed help, and everyone said, we won't help her. I said, no, this is the time we must help her, because this is the seed we will sow in her, so that next time she will help. So they did it. I said, go, she needs help. No, no,
mm,
we're not going to. She never helped us. I said, no, you have to go and help her. And
mm,
when they went and she got help, she was so melted and she had determination. Now I will help every time. So
mm,
one doesn't have a quality or generosity. You give, not that she doesn't do, she never did, she never gives. We don't
mm,
want that person to be like that. So you give.
mm,
And when you give, that soul thinks, I didn't give, but I still got it.
mm,
So sow the seed of a virtue.
mm,
And that's what I do. And people change, in the sense of whichever quality they don't have, suddenly that quality emerges in them. Because
mm,
all the people have good qualities, but because of their certain experiences, they don't want to use them. But
mm,
if they keep receiving it, uh, like somebody, they think selfish, only about themselves. But you are normal with them, you help them whatever way, change happens. They would
mm,
like to help you. So at least in my life, I experienced all this. And
mm,
that is why, as you said, that, I don't do because others, I have to do what I know I have and I can do it.
mm,
Why I look at others. So it's very interesting the way we sow the seeds of good karmas, good actions. And we know there is definitely reward of every action. Right? So in many different ways we can bestow or we can serve the souls.
No, thank you. Because Didi, even when we were in Gyan Sarovar, you couldn't come to Gyan Sarovar that day, one afternoon, and you did a class through Zoom. And then you hold a few moments and you did meditation. The experience for all of us for that day was like your presence, but actually you lifted the whole gathering to the point that they felt so worthy. And we were all very appreciative because just that few thoughts that you generated. And I'm also remembering why say I'm like a king, I am a king. And these like a few thoughts have created so much of strength in the soul. But I'm also noticing that what I'm holding for myself definitely is generating that energy for everyone else. So you really definitely a very powerful example for us, and you're holding that space. So the last thing is that I know that Daddy Janki, we've been remembering her a lot and thinking. And the one feeling I get with Daddy also, she knew how to hold a vision for someone. And it's a similar experience I have that, Didi, you also know how to hold a vision for someone to make them grow. Can you give us at least one or two thoughts that we can hold so that we don't bring others down? I know you shared a lot already about other souls, but for Brahmins, so that we don't let their little weaknesses come in the way and we create hope and vision for them as well.
Yeah, Dadi Janki used to tell, don't say this one is like that, but keep the vision higher so that that soul can feel it and can also change. But if we say, oh, this one is like that, this one always had been like that, but we want to transform people, right? And that's only possible if they receive what they are not, you know, like talking with respect with everyone. Some people don't feel they deserve that respect. But as soon as they feel, their attitude changes. They start respecting people. Really, great donation is of virtues, whether through actions, words, or even thoughts. And your life, you are very happy with that kind of generosity and sharing with others. But anyway, thank you for all the compliments. And
No.
definitely, I will look into them and see that they stay constantly right with me.
Oh, I think
Uh,
everybody has that beautiful experience from you, Didi. It's not even a compliment, it's really an experience. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Om
Thank
Shanti.
you. Om Shanti.